What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to the Data Analyst with Leicester on FM22. Today we have Brentford in the Premier League. We actually haven't played a game since I last saw you for the Manchester United game. This game came immediately after, and they're playing a formation that we've really struggled against. Not the exact formation that we struggled against, but they're playing a five at the back, which we've struggled to break down in this save so far. We've faced a couple of five at the backs before. If you look at the opponent formations and look through the league, there's a 5-2-3 against Wolves, a 3-3 draw. So didn't do super well defensively against it. 5-2-3 again. We played a 4-2-3-1 and beat Chelsea 1-0, so that was decent, but it was away from home, so that was actually a decent result. So 4-2-3-1 worked pretty well. So if I see that again, I might try to go for the 4-2-3-1 wide again, but this isn't exactly the same what they're going to be playing. Any other five at the backs. 5-2-1-2 again. Norwich, they actually beat us 3-1. So that's not ideal. We tried to match him with a 5-2-1-2 of our own, and it just didn't work. I feel like it should have since we're just better man for man. But another 5-2-2-1 by Brighton, which I think I showed on camera. And we matched it with a 4-3-3 DM wide and actually got the win 2-1, but it wasn't convincing. We have yet to have a really convincing win or anything that I felt comfortable with against a five at the back. So I'm going to try something a little bit different today, I think. I don't know. We'll see what we think. They're going off of this, a 5-3-2. So three midfielders, including a playmaker and a ball-winning midfielder and a box-to-box midfielder. A complete wingback on one side. One ball-playing defender and one wide center back. So that's going to be interesting. Complete wingback and a wide center back around the outside. I'm really have to focus down my left flank a little bit. Might have to play my wingback on defend there. Pressing forward, advance forward. So just looking at this, I have to play a three at the back to match them. Just because they have the two strikers. I need to play three at the back to deal with those two strikers. Do I? Since they don't have any attacking midfielders or wingers, I don't know if I actually need to go with the three at the back now. I might be able to handle it with just fourth back, but my general ethos is to go with three at the back if they have two strikers. I'm going to do it anyways. So three at the back, wing backs. I need at least two central midfielders, if not matching them exactly with three. But I'd like to have either a defensive midfielder or an attacking midfielder to kind of sit in the spaces between their lines. Or, something I can do. I can either go to the five at the back. Something like this, possibly. A 5-2-2-1. So I've got two midfielders to deal with their three central midfielders and two attacking midfielders in between. Because they're playing five at the back, so I don't really want to play two up top. I don't only want to play the one. And then, using these attacking midfielders and these central midfielders bombing on to kind of overload their center backs. It's either that or just put these out wide and play, if it'll let me, play a 5-2-3, which isn't unusual, anything that we've played it before, so something we kind of know of, but I don't know. I feel like that'd be too easy for their center backs to deal with because they know exactly where these guys are coming from. They're not going to be really showing up in awkward positions for the center backs to defend. Like they're just going to be going down the wings and then cutting inside if they have an inside forward I think inside forward or inverted wing, no matter what, the center backs will have them locked up. Then maybe the midfielders can have a little bit of freedom, but let's look at. I want to see what for the analyst report what their formation analysis is. Okay, I can't see exactly, but it says they're most vulnerable to facing 4-2-1-2s. That would work too. I'd have the two strikers against the three center backs, which I don't like, but a chance against every 35 minutes, 285 minutes used against them. I'd say that's that's enough evidence to show that it works. So, do I do that? Do I go with a 5-2-1-2? Something like this. Playmaker in this spot. Two advanced forwards, possibly. Maybe, probably not. Probably one dropping deeper to kind of pull out a center back out of position. So maybe like a pressing forward support, maybe something like that. And then what side is their playmaker on? Right hand side. So this could be a ball winner on defend. This could be like a box to box. Say they're going overload on their right hand side, right? They're going with the wide center back and the complete wing back on their right hand side. So our left hand side needs to be a little bit more defensive. Maybe wing back defend there. And the ball winning fielder should be able to deal with both the playmaker and the wide center back and winger combo. I might not put this guy as a wide center back, just so he can also help out with their overload they kind of have on the wings. Maybe play him as just a ball playing defender. Maybe play this guy as a wide center back, maybe on attack even. The wing back on attack. Go really attacking down this flank. All right, let's fill out the team, see what it looks like. James Madison plays here. Didi, we've got a couple players on international duty for the African Cup of Nations. So Didi's gone, Mindy's gone, Amarty's gone. I think those are the only three. But of course, they're all midfielders, so that's great. So it goes Sumari probably as the box to box, and Chowdhury is the ball winning midfielder. Right back's Ricardo Pereira. Left back, not James Justin. Luke Thomas. The wide center back, maybe go James Justin here. Soyuncu here. Fofana in the middle. With Schmeichel in goal. And who's going to be the advanced forward? Who's going to be the pressing forward? I mean, Ahinacho is also out on international duty. So there's our fourth one. So it's got to be Daka and Vardy. And I think Daka fits better as the advanced forward. Vardy can play the pressing forward on support. I think they prefer to be this way, though. So I'll just switch over. Advance forward. I think we'll do something like this. I kind of like it. I'm worried there's just not enough threat down this flank here because we got a pressing forward dropping deep, but no one really overlapping him since we have a wing back on defend and a balling midfielder over there. Even though Vardy prefers to play on the left, prefers to be on the left in a two-man pairing, I think I might still play the pressing forward on the right because he has the box-to-box overlapping him, the wing back overlapping on the outside. Yeah, I'm going to go against what he likes for what makes sense tactically for this match. Okay, anything else we need to change? Passes, pretty balanced. Everything seems to go through Janelt, their ball-winning midfielder even. Yeah, linking up with 10 other players. Everything kind of goes through their ball-winning midfielder, which is kind of weird. So maybe I put a lot of pressure on him. I can unsettle him and maybe cause him one or two errant passes. So probably I won't man mark him, but I'll definitely close him down and go hard tackling on him. Janelt. Look at this. Look at their passing. Almost league average. One of the most average teams in the league in terms of passing numbers and pass completion. Nothing special there. Movement, average as well. What else? Tackling. Not very good tackling. Tackle one ratio is pretty poor, so definitely want to run at defense. Aerially, they're pretty good. Better than us, at least, so. I think that's everything I really want to look at. Anything else I would change? I mean, if going to this, I still want to do everything here pretty much. Run at defense, we already know we're going to do. Distribute center backs. What strikers are they using? What are their strikers? Mbuemo? Something like that. Pretty fast. Not good in the air at all. Very short. And Force, who is an average height, average speed, average aerial ability player. So I don't need anything special from our center backs. I think I can play a little bit higher line. I mean, he's playing as a pressing forward. If he was the advanced forward with that pace, I might be more likely to play a deeper line. But as a pressing forward, dropping a little bit deeper, I'm not really worried about Force's pace because he's 13-13. He's not super fast. I might actually play Pereira as a complete wingback down this side. Kind of do to them what they're trying to do to us. Yeah, I think they're wanting to go down the middle, so definitely think forcing them outside makes sense. All right. 7 days till game day. I'll see you then. We are back on game day, and it seems Brentford tried to pull a little bit over on us. If you look at their match, or their upcoming formation, they no longer have a complete wing back, and they've moved their wide center back to the left from the right. So Ayer's going to play on the left this game. They're actually going to look to overlap on the left with only a wing back, so I don't need to be as defensive, I don't think. But they do have a wide center back, so he's going to be getting forward, so I need a little bit of help down that side. So that's going to be down my right-hand side now. So I'm not going to play him as a complete wingback. I'm playing him as a wingback support. And then just switch these guys around. Play it to ball-playing defender on defend over here. And then the wide center back attack over here. Play. And go complete wingback attack this side, I guess. I got enough defense down here to deal with that wide center back and the wingback who are not getting as far forward. Box-to-box can help out as well. And this side I can just completely overlap because, I mean, I'll be overlapping into like the same thing they're overlapping into. It's just a ball-playing defender and a wingback. But, I mean, if you have the choice to make them uncomfortable and try to force them to, deal with your players, like if I just didn't have the complete wingback and the wide center back overlapping, they just have nobody to mark. And that just frees them up to help other players. And sometimes you need to have players just take up positions just to open up space for other players. So, I mean, I think even though I don't know if it's going to achieve much offensively, it's going to help occupy some defenders. So I'm okay with that. Ball winning fielder on the left because they should be on the right still. Deep lying playmaker he is. They've gone with a different striker, Canos up top. He's very similar to the other one, like almost exact same pace, just not as good in the air, and not a very good finisher. So I don't know why they're starting him as an advanced forward. I start this guy as an advanced forward. He'd be a lot more dangerous than as a pressing forward, I feel like. So I don't know, but we got our bench set. Bertrand is a little bit injured, out for 5 days, but it says fitness test isn't required, so he's capable to play if we need him to. We don't have anyone else that can play left back, so we kind of need him to, other than Justin. So Evans could come in and Justin could go out left, but we've got options. But I want to have as many. I don't really have anyone else to put on the bench anyways, because either in international duty, injured, unregistered, or international duties, or injured in terms of Vestergaard. So, or a goalkeeper, which I don't want a goalkeeper on the bench because why? Why would you ever do that? Could put Diallo in there, but I think I'd rather have the left back. So yeah, I don't think we're going to change up what we're doing. I'm just going to go to next match only. Tell Chowdhury to man mark, not player, the mid center left. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else I want to do with the attacking midfielder, really. And I could have him move into channels. That could be useful against their 3 center backs. Try to find the gaps between the center backs as the 2 strikers kind of occupy the center backs. I might try that, actually. I don't think I'm going to roam from position. I think I'm just going to move into channels. I want him staying between the 2 lines. Don't really want him dropping deep and picking up the ball. I want him to kind of stay between the 2 lines and work in that little channel. So, all right. I could probably go a little bit more attacking. It is at home. So I'll go positive. I'm going to go slightly shorter then. I want to go positive. I don't know why I went into attacking. I definitely clicked positive. Okay, so standard. Okay, that's what I want. All right, let's go. I'm going to say the recent form standings have Brentford in 15th place while we're in 6th. Let's show them why. 6th is pretty good, but not quite as good as I want it to be. I want to be, top 3 probably. I'd feel good, or top 4 at least, because that would keep us in Champions League, the Champions League chase. So top 4 is preferable, but I'll take what I can get. You come into this one in good form whilst your opponents do not. Do you perhaps fear complacency? I mean, I've seen nothing to suggest we'll be taking this for granted, so we should go out there and show our quality. Has a positive atmosphere around the club contributed to the strong run of form? Everyone's enjoying coming to work, and there's a real fun feel around the place at the moment. It's never ideal to lose players to international duty, of course, but it's perhaps easier when Wilfred and Ndidi and 3 other players miss out on what many people may consider a more comfortable match. There's no such thing as an easy match. It'd be disrespectful to Brentford to suggest that. How dare you? Supposedly this is what they're weak against, so we'll see. I can definitely change stuff up if it's not working. Take off a striker for another attacking midfielder and go with what I was going to. Maybe go out as the two wide players if I need to do that. I feel like we can kind of beat them with width. Maybe I'll try that, but I really want this to work. I mean, I'm going to go with what's worked against them previously because there's record of it working. I mean, I don't know what my tactical decision was going to do. Like if I went to the 5-2-2-2-1, 5-2-2-1, yeah. If I went for that, I don't know if that'd work or not because we've never tried it. They've never seen it. They've seen this though, and it's got a goal against them. 5-2-1-2. Jamie Vardy gets the goal. Ricardo actually getting pretty decently far forward and down this right-hand flank. He's only on support, but he's still going to get really far forward. Sumari is the box-to-box midfielder with the overlap. That's something I really didn't expect to see. I expect that more from like a Mazzala, but not really a box-to-box midfielder. They're usually between the lines of the box. Like they don't really go outside those very often, but it worked. So I'm not gonna criticize it. So more of that, please. As Ayer is gonna score. Gosh dang it. Ayer at the near post. I feel like Fofana should have done better there. At least we should have Fofana kind of marking that front post. Oh, it's Justin. That's not ideal. It was Fofana that jumped with him. Let's make a little change here. Corners, defending. Yeah, James Justin should not be here. Looks like they're going near post, so I'm going to put two tall players at the near post. Justin can go back post. I'm actually going to put Sumari there. Justin can go in the middle. All right. So then this should be you. You should go there, and you should go. Which one was it? Yeah, there. All right. Let's check the attacking one as well. Make sure that looks all right. Yeah, we don't want this to be Justin. We want this to be him. And I really want him to mark the goalkeeper. You want to attack the far post. This one's completely messed up. You should not be attacking from the edge. This should be probably him. You there. I want this to be the striker. I definitely don't want that to be Jamie Vardy. That should be Jamie Vardy there. It's Chowdhury, though. Is he really going to do anything out wide? I might actually put a wing back out there and move him back to defend. And Jamie Vardy can lurk outside the area, or Patson Daka can lurk outside the area. This one's not as messed up. Still want him there. I actually think I want it this way. I think in this game, it seems to be the one attacking the near post is better than the one lurking at the near post. Just from what I've seen so far. So I'm going to go with that. You mark the keeper. Yeah, I don't want Chowdhury out there. Move him back. Bring out the wing back right. Sumari attacking. I might have the striker attacking, actually. Sumari can lurk outside the area. Let's do that. All right. 1-1. Pretty even game so far. Had a pretty even number of shots on target. We have a free kick now, though. It's going to be Luke Thomas to take it. Looking for the top corner, but he puts it just over. There's not been a highlight in a while, but we have been dominating the match. If we look at the match stats, we are up to 14 shots. They haven't got past 4. So we've been peppering their goal, but we just haven't seen a highlight of it. So obviously there have been great chances. As Daka's now through on goal. Nice block by the defender, though. Daka is not going to get there. I think, is that into Stevens? That could be into Stevens. I think it gets there first. Is it? No, it's Finn Stevens. I have no idea who you are. Never heard of you in my entire life. Kolasinac now running down this left-hand side. And Jamie Vardy's going to get sent off. Why do we continue to do this? We're just so self-sabotaging in this freaking game. Play a little bit more defensive now. They're really going to be pushing forward. We're going to have to look for counterattacks, hopefully, so I'm going to completely change the tactic. Can I just clear this right now? Clean slate. All right. Cautious. Pass into space. Really high tempo. I'm going to go to direct or more like a fluid. I feel like if I'm going to go fluid, I kind of need to change the midfielders a little bit. You don't really have a ball carrier in the mid. I mean, I guess we can use Madison as the ball carrier. Maybe move him a little bit deeper. Plays the advanced playmaker here. So he can pick up the ball and take it forward. I mean, it provides a bigger gap between the midfield and the striker, but shorter, run a defense, play out of defense. Low crosses. Counter press counter. Just distribute quickly. I'm not telling you where to go. Just do it quickly. And lower line of engagement, lower defensive line. More space for us to counterattack into. More often pressing. Don't think I want to prevent short goalkeeper distribution. I do want to get stuck in. And I'll force opposition. They still want to go inside, so I'll still force them outside. Let's try this. See if we can kind of get some counterattacks. Dak is fast, so Madison is a ball carrier. Sumari getting forward. The wingback's getting forward. Let's see if it works. I mean, we're down a man against a decent Brentford side. Oh, it's halftime anyways. We've dominated them, but it doesn't matter because we're now down a man because Jamie Vardy's a freaking idiot. So it might be at a numerical disadvantage. That means we just have to work harder to get a result. Oh, didn't mean to say I'm furious with defensive work, but that's an unfortunate misclick. Hopefully that doesn't cost us the game, but I mean, who knows? Joel Valencia, a couple of other players coming on. So they've really made some changes to really go for this. Gone to a 4-2-3-1. They've gone away from the 5 at the back because they know they've got the numerical advantages now. So, fortunately, we just lost a striker and not like a center back, so we don't have to change up what we're doing too much. You don't have to bring on an extra player. You can just play like the same players that were out there. So, didn't have to make a sub because of it, but Daka looking for the long ball. Sumari picking it up. Madison through to Daka. Oh my god, he's offside anyways. He's offside anyways, but he had to score that. I mean, that was perfect. That's exactly what we're looking to do right now. Long ball, win the knockdown, couple passes, run up the defense, find a through ball, goal. That's what we have to do now that we're down a man. Defend deep, just sit in front of them. Don't allow any shots to get in. Block everything that comes your way, and then just try to run up the defense and counter on them. We've got pace. Madison's not slow. I don't think Samari is that slow either. Dak is obviously very fast. Don't have Vardy anymore, but he played well too. A 7.1 to that point. Fofana picking this one up. See if we can do something on this right hand flank. Fofana's going to run down the flank. There's no one to stop him. Maybe look for a ball through to Daka. He does look for a ball over the top. Not the greatest pass though. Pulls Daka out wide. Looks for Chowdhury inside. If he can pull it back to Daka. Thomas instead. Cross to Sumari at the edge of the area, but he misses. Bubakari Sumari misses the shot. That would have given us the win, probably. We still have to defend, though. We still have a chance going forward. It's just a little bit more difficult now. I mean, we've created some good chances since we had the sending off, so I'm happy with the tactical switch we did. I think it worked. I think it is working right now. Like, they're not getting a whole lot of highlights. I think we're kind of frustrating them offensively as Klasnach goes for a banger. Not quite. Subs. Alright, who's tired? Okay, everyone. Who's not played well? Daka, but Jose Perez isn't gonna. He's not a counterattacking striker. Madison's played great. Sumar's played great. Chowdhury's played alright for being that ball-winning midfielder. Usually those don't get amazing ratings, but 6.8 is actually pretty solid. Maybe change the wings. Maybe bring in Mark Albright for Pereira. Let's do that. What do they have at striker right now? The fast guy. can't. It's so dumb. They won't let you go back to tactics after you go off of it. It doesn't make any sense why it does that, but I'll be right back in. I don't want to bring in Johnny Evans because they got the fast striker. I think I want to go with our fast 3 center backs. I don't know if there's any other changes I want to make. Like, I don't really want to take Madison off or Sumari at this point. They're playing fantastically. I don't really have a match. I mean, Tielemans can come on as the advanced playmaker. He's got decent dribbling ability, I believe. 13. So he can kind of be a ball carrier. But I actually would really like to bring Tielemans on. What are they doing in terms of... Let's just make that change and let's see their formation. Advanced playmaker on the left. Okay, so the playmaker's on the other side now. I might not even focus on the playmaker anymore. And just try to get to... I don't know what I'd play him at, but kind of bring Tielemans on and see if he can make a difference. Instead of Chowdhury. Bring on Tielemans. I don't know what I'm going to play him as. Mazala support, maybe? Make sure he's not main marking, because he shouldn't be. Let's try that. See if he can make a difference. Bring in a little bit more quality in the midfield. Chowdhury's decent, but he's not Tielemans good. Sumari, tight thigh. That's unfortunate, but he's going to have to see the match out unless he gets injured. 3 minutes left. One last sub to make. I mean, do I take off Sumari for Dewsbury Hall? And I could bring Animal Lookman in up top. He's relatively fast, good dribbling. Dak has actually had a bad game, so I think I'm actually going to do that. Bring Animal Lookman in a striker. Can Marcus Edwards play striker, actually? Not very well. I mean, he should with his attributes. He's got very good striker attributes. Dribbling, finishing, first touch, anticipation, composure, decisions, technique, pace, off the ball. He has everything you want in a striker. Low teamwork, that's great. Dude, I might just play him as striker anyways. Even though he doesn't know how to play it. Because he's better than Lookman. There's no question he's better than Lookman. What about playing him as a shadow striker? Lessen the gap between the attack and the midfield. Go strikerless for the last 3 minutes of the match. Screw it, I'm doing it. You only live once and all that. But it looks like we're only going to, score once unless Soyuncu could have won it at the last kick of the match. Heads it over. It's going to be a 1-1 draw with Brentford. I mean, we were even better. Let's look at shots second half. They had one more shot than us in the second half. We had 11 more shots than them in the first half. 16 shots to 5. 6 shots to 7 in the second half, and we draw 1-1. We should have put them away in the first half. That was our mistake. We kept them in the match by missing so many chances in the first half that we just, after we were man down, that we didn't have a choice, didn't have a chance. That's frustrating. We should have won that match. I mean, look at the XG. We obviously should have won the match. They were lucky to get a goal. We deserve to have two or three. Our strikers are just so inconsistent. It's unbelievable how inconsistent they are. I'm going to say if we look at the numbers, we should have won that. So despite the result, trust the process. We'll be successful if we keep that up. Keep playing that way. We're going to finally be putting the balls in the back of the net. You must have been proud following this response to your team in reaction to the dismissal. They showed tremendous spirit to achieve that result. A lot of teams would have folded in that situation, but my boys are made of sterner stuff. They proved that here. I feel like tactically we handled it pretty well. Like, they had a decent number of chances in that second half, 7 shots. We only saw maybe 1 or 2 of them on the highlights. Yeah, Vardy, fine. Don't appeal. It was definitely a red card. Sumari, good match. 1 assist. Some good passing, some good defensive attributes. Running 8.5 miles in the match is pretty good. All right, now I'm looking to actually play a few matches. I want to kind of fast track this a little bit more. It's already taken like, I don't even know what episode this is, but taken quite a few episodes to get where we're at. We're only like a little over halfway through the season. So I hopefully to get past this Watford Leeds match. We don't need to see Kingsland Town. That's just going to be disgusting. I'm going to put out a C or F squad for it, but I'm looking for this Chelsea match. Let's look at the different tactics these teams use. Watford 4-4-1-1. Seen it before. We should be able to handle it without anything too different. Leeds 4-2-3-1. Again, kind of we've seen very similar tactics. They might have a little bit of few unique things in there, but in terms of roles, but I don't think there'll be anything that interesting we need to kind of counteract. Wolves, we've already seen them once this year, so I doubt their tactics have really changed much. They're going to go to 4-2-3-1. I don't think that's what they used before. Pretty sure they used a 5 at the back. Is that Nigel de Jong? It is Nigel de Jong. How old is Nigel de Jong? 37 years old. Why are you playing a 37-year-old Nigel de Jong in your midfield? And Juan Mata. You were making a retirement home? Good lord. Yeah, we've already seen them, though. We don't need to see them again. And then Chelsea. What are Chelsea playing? Okay, 5 at the back again. We still are struggling against 5 at the backs. We're struggling to score against them is what the big thing is. So, yeah, I'll probably be back for this Chelsea match. But that's going to be the end of this episode. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.